What's going on, everybody out there in YouTube world? This is the Legends of the Oak, the initial live stream, the first content ever for this Whiskey Society channel. Thanks for joining in. If you're catching the replay, be sure you leave comments below, follow along, and we're going to talk through some McBrayer tonight. We have 5 barrels we're going through. And I'm going to bring Toby on and he can talk a little bit too. And the guys, so we've got a great crew here. Bill is here and Brin from McBrayer, and they're going to taste along with us. And we're just going to take notes, rate these things, and get this pick out for you guys as soon as possible. So with that being said, let me bring on the Top Jimmy. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man?
Hey, man.
That entry, slideshow or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. That's one of the best I've seen. God bless AI.
Yeah, yeah. We'll just leave it at that. I am not that.
It turned out really, really good.
Shit, yeah. I'm not that damn smart. All right, bring on the 2 trays. What's going on, guys?
What's going on?
Love the merch. Got it. And the JG is here. Cheers, Jay. Thanks for doing this with us, man.
Hey,
The Express is here, ready to rock. Roger Dodger is with us. The man from up north, the Girth Brooks. Rob, how you doing, buddy? Cheers, my man. And one of the greatest channels in Whiskey Tube. If you haven't subbed yet, get over and do so. The Bourbon Jerk Tom is here. Cheers, buddy.
Hey.
Good to see you. And I'm not going to leave them in the back any longer. We have Brian Smith and Bill McBrayer. There we go. The crew is here. Perfect. All right. So what is everybody up to? Let's just talk for a second. We'll let these air out. I know people are still pouring. Like I said, we've got 5 samples. Toby, talk about what we're giving away. If anybody wants to get in on that, we'll have to do it PayPal, Venmo, because this is brand new.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I didn't even think about that. What I was going to do.
Yeah, the samples.
Yeah, back here in the back, you can see these are the 5 sample bottles, the big sample bottles, and I got enough left in everything, in all of them, that I can do at least 2. I think if we do 1 ounces, I think I could probably safely do 3 1 ounce sample flights of all 5 of what we're trying tonight and working through.
Perfect, awesome. I'll throw the banner at the bottom. There you go.
Yeah.
So there you can send it. I'll get you on the wheel, guys, if y'all want in on these samples. If not, no worries. You can buy the bottle later. There we go. Let's just do it that way. All right, I got a control pour. I've got Heaven Hill 7-year bottle and bond as mine. Anybody else have anything controlled poured? Oh, Brian's got a McBrayer.
We did Blanton's over here.
Single barrel, the old McBrayer single barrel that we had at BourbonCon.
Perfect.
Nice.
I'll go with the 8-year bottle and bond.
Little Bell Mead.
Oh, there's a damn nice bottle JG's got right there.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. The 8-year McBrayer.
Perfect.
Old Forester 1920.
There you go.
It was right.
Ain't
It was right
wrong
in
with
front
that,
of me.
man.
Had to do the judge, you know.
There you go. Yeah, judge on, baby. Judge on. All right. Let's see.
All right, do you have me? Am I on?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah,
You're on now.
no worries. Bill, are you on the road?
106.
Yes.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No,
And
I'm back.
I'm on the road, and I just hardwired into the internet, so hopefully it streams better for me.
Oh, nice. Okay. Bill's in Florida.
Oh boy, down there where it's somewhere.
When I woke up this morning in Cincinnati, the wind chill was -5. So I got down here and I have a Jeep, and it was 55 degrees. I put the top down for like 10 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah, let it ride.
Florida, Ian.
But yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I'm glad you got out of some bad temperatures, because it's been bad everywhere. I guess from about a little bit north of Alabama up, it's just been shit everywhere. Cold.
Bill, where are you at in Florida?
I'm in Naples, like just outside of Fort Myers there, and just have a condo down here. And my wife's been down here for about a month now. So, and I had to run back, get some work done, and got back today.
All
Awesome.
right. Well, we're still getting people funneling in here, which is nice. Guys, be sure you hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe because this is brand new.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to do all our picks on this channel, not Whiskey Nose anymore. It's all here for Legends of the Oak. And basically, this channel is set up where we rotate people in and out. Hey, Kurt, good to see you, man.
Kurt is in chat. SLB
Yeah,
Kurt.
Hey,
Right
what's
on.
going on, dude?
Nah, shit, that's good. That's a good one, Kurt. The pros, I hear you. Thanks for jumping in, man. It's good to see you. But yeah, we'll have a pick group here, and we'll all start rotating in and out on all these picks that we do in the future. So it's kind of wide open, and just have everybody involved. That was our plan from doing this. Is nobody's an outsider. Everybody's welcome, and that's what we're going to keep trying to do as we move forward. Okay, tonight's Old McBrayer. Brian, you had a bottle of it, or Tom had it, didn't you? The bottle,
Ryan,
Old McBrayer.
Ryan, hold up. No, wrong bottle. Zoom in on
That's
Brian.
the 8-year bottle.
Well, that's the 8-year. Yeah, Brian's got it down here. Sorry. Hang on. I'm trying. Let me get back out of here. You'd think I'd done this before.
There we go.
Oh,
That's
wow.
what it'll look like.
Yeah, the blue label.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
stuff. Yep. Gotcha. All right. We've got, yes, Tyler, here you go. Yeah. Huh? Hey, Rebecca. Cheers, guys. There's Tiffany. Hey, guys. Cheers. All right. We've got 5 sitting here. I think on our list, guys, everybody watching, we're going to go sample A, B, C, D, E. We're going to take our time. We're going to start with the nose, front to mid, mid to back, mouthfeel finish, and tasting notes. And then at the end, we'll go back through and rank them. I think that's the plan. I think it's the best thing. And then we'll just narrow it down from there from everybody's favorite. So if we can do that, I think we'll have a great barrel on our hands. And I can honestly say I've had these, and they're all bangers. So there you go. My gosh, there's good stuff in the bottom of these glasses.
Tell you
Man,
what,
you
the
can
nose on
smell
it is
them
really good,
from
man.
here. Jeez.
All right, let's get after it. Let's get on glass one.
So I'm just gonna a little insider baseball. I kind of gave you guys some some basic notes down at the bottom of the tasting sheet. Let me get my camera going again. There we go. But one of these 5 is not like the others. And I will just tell you that one of the 5 is about 2.5 years older than the other 4. So might be something to see if you can pick it out.
Somebody's trying to join, but I don't know who it would be.
Yeah, me either.
Hey Marty, I'm going to switch over to my phone. My thing's acting up. My computer's acting up. I'm going to switch over.
Okay. Yeah.
Be right back.
We'll restart. All right. No worries. Look at this guy. What's going on, brother? Are you ever going to get some bangers?
Turner.
So, Bill, is this a pick 175 years in the making?
Yeah, they are 175 years in. So Old McBrayer actually started in 1870, so a little later than the judge in 1847. But it was John McBrayer, John H. McBrayer, his cousin, started the distillery. It was in New Market.
I was just kind of looking at the website while I was doing the reviews, and I like that tagline.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So this one we added. It's on the blue label. If it was also on the bottom. I think we talked about it when I saw you. We were able to retrademark a favorite of Old Kentucky that used to be on the old ads for Old McBrayer from like the 40s and 50s, and so we were pretty excited about getting that.
There we go.
That's better.
There you go. Good deal.
There you go,
Hey, Jeff. Cheers, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, Jeff?
Sweet fruit for me right off the shot on this nose. I hear a vibrating something. Is that a phone?
Yeah.
Oh, that was me. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I got some. I just looked at it and it says spam. I don't think.
Well, don't worry about it. All right. We're going to get on the nose, guys. Let's start it up. I'm getting a sweet fruit.
All right.
Then I'll stop.
definitely.
Okay, I can see a little bit of fruit.
There's a little cinnamon red hot there, maybe on a candy
Underneath,
nut.
for sure.
This gives me, might sound a little weird, but it's that typical McBrayer nose that I love, especially on the 8-year. It's almost like a little bit of a sourdough bread or something.
That's a good call.
God, it's a lot like that. It's a lot like that 8-year.
Yeast bread.
Yeah. It's like that
It's gonna have
sourdough.
to be.
That was a.
They're going to have to be, as we go through these, we're going to have to do a lot of side-by-side comparisons with each and every glass, because obviously there's a lot of similarities between these, and so it's going to be sussing out this is going to be much harder, I think, tonight than it was for us to determine which 5 got eliminated in round 1. So.
Are we just nosing first? Are we sniffing?
I'll tell you
Whatever
what,
works for you guys.
Yeah, if y'all just want to do your own thing, and then we'll meet back up here in a minute, as in go through what you want. Because I mean, it's going to be this is going to be some dead air. Nobody has to talk. We're picking a barrel. We can talk about it as we go. If you get something on glass 3 and you want the group to know, just throw it out.
You aren't on glass 3, are you?
No,
Marty, it's not. Marty, it's not every day you can get me quiet.
When Marty, he's already done.
He's all set. Marty already picked it. We're just
I'm out of samples.
Do you get more of a citrus note on glass 2 than the first one?
Yeah, and I think it's a little thinner nose.
Yeah, I'm not getting much of a nose on B.
Yes.
Yeah, I put citrus and fruit.
Yeah, but then it gets really peppery for me.
She's got the best nose so far for me.
On B.
Oh yeah.
Who's that? Did somebody just say C?
Yeah, see, it's got the best nose so far for me. Yeah, it's just
there's a lot
standing
more
out.
going on with that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Wait to get to E, Randall.
Jeff wants me to start telling stories during the dead time, huh?
We got to get the pick done.
Good legs on all these, though. Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Man, beautiful.
Girth, I haven't said hello to you tonight. Good to see you.
Oh, hey, brother. How you doing? Always a pleasure.
Good. It's always good.
Oh, wow.
So I think this is the first time I've seen Trey and Trey on the same camera. There's a good bit of distance between you two guys. Are you mad at each other?
That camera is working its ass off.
Well, we didn't want to confuse Bill and Brian tonight, so yeah.
Not confusing at all.
Kind of like the nose on D as well.
Oh, geez.
That's I'm between C and D right now on the nose.
I went back to A on the nose and got a little honey spice. See if y'all get that.
Yeah, I get a lot of.
I get like some honeycomb.
There you go.
Yeah, I get a lot of sugar for sure on A. And the nose.
I got yeast bread, little cinnamon red hot, sweet fruit, honey, honey nut.
See, on A, I get like vanilla cake frosting and maybe confectionery sugar. It hits me as sweet, but not fruity.
Yeah, same.
I can see.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Nice sweetness, not overly sweet.
Is this the bourbon
No,
judge?
not overly so, but definitely sweet.
I don't know if Bourbon Engineer's here. What's up, Judge?
Bourbon engineer. Who's the judge? What's up, Judge? Who's Judge?
I might have missed something. I don't know.
Sweet fruitiness on the nose.
Is he referring to Bill as the judge? Being that he's
Am I the judge?
He come to judge. Come to judge.
I can't. I wish I could grow the beard like the judge. If I could grow that beard, that'd be pretty good. But I try. I can't do it.
They need to bring back the old judges' wigs. Those white wigs. They need to bring those back. Just
powdered wigs. That would be a big look.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for me and D, I get a lot of like bit of honey, like the candy bit of honey. You get that sweetness, but you get the honey too.
Hey, Marty. Hey, let me show Kurt whose bugs on my Glen I got here. He'll get a kick out of that.
Is that the Trenton Glen?
Yeah.
That's awesome. We met. Toby got to see Trenton. I didn't get to. Kurt, when Trenton was in Kentucky last month, is when we did the first round of this with the other 5 barrels and narrowed it down to this. But yeah, we just missed him, or I did. He said, "No, no, that barrel's out probably." Champagne sugar.
Whoa. Man, C is a spicy mofo on the finish. Holy crap.
Shit, I'm still nosing.
Yeah, I haven't even tried it yet.
I'm going through one at a time, and I'm doing nose and then palate and everything.
I get a little champagne action on 4 on the nose.
That's a good
champagne.
Champagne.
That's good enough.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's yeah.
You see that? Trey, it's kind of there, but it's
kind of effervescent.
Yeah, floating. There ain't a damn thing wrong with any of these noses.
Yeah.
They're all very close.
Yeah.
I can't tell if my connection is the one that sucks, so I'm guessing it probably is.
No.
Could be mine. I don't know.
Holy shit.
For me, the noses are a lot. I mean, they've got some differences, but the sweetness from one to the other is way different on the nose.
A smells the sweetest to me.
Yeah, that would agree.
Yeah.
I have an opinion about A. I'll save it for later. I don't want to.
No.
Yeah, throw it out.
No. Throw it out.
I think it might be the older one.
Might be number 5 for me on that one. But I've already tasted 5. I haven't even tasted the other one.
If I have to guess which one's the standout, it's going to be D. I mean, as it's different. It's way different than everybody else. That's my
So
opinion.
far, D is extremely different, and I'm really digging it. I'm really digging the D right now. That's good. Ooh. Long oaky finish on that.
Yeah, it is. It's
really
different.
freaking like this.
I'm gonna try to figure out if I like it or not, but it's good. I mean, it's.
Nope. He's solid on the nose, man. I can't.
You said D?
E.
E.
Yep. Almost getting a nutmeg something on it now. I'm gonna go taste one.
Yeah, I keep coming back to E.
What is it on E that grabs you? I know what it is for me.
I got a nutmeg something on the nose and dark fruit, but I haven't tasted it yet.
Cherries.
Did you say cherries?
No, it carries.
Oh, it
carries. Carries right to the flavor.
I was like, damn, I missed something good. No, you're right. And look at the legs on E. That son of a bitch will run for days.
He's good. He's good.
As Ethan says, those damn things have stretch marks.
Stretch marks.
I mean, that's nuts. Back to one.
They all got some proof on them.
Yeah, they do. I don't know. I don't know if B is doing it for me. I think.
I think B's out.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with that one so far. But you all can convince me differently.
Be's spicy. It's probably, I don't know if it's more spicy or more hot, but I got spice on the front mid palate.
It comes in the palate. It starts. I don't get much of a front palate. It's got a little bit of a mid palate. It has a really long, decent finish. But the finish is very spicy to me, which is fine. I like that. But I'm just not getting the front and mid palate with B, and that's my only complaint. The flavors are good that are in it, but it's just not carrying all the way through.
And this is B. You're saying, JJ?
Yeah, B as in boy. B as in boy.
Yeah, I agree completely.
That's kind of what I said. It just kind of it finishes kind of spicy, but it's got kind of a mild mid palate. Yeah. To me.
I mean, if someone gave that to me, I could sip that all night long and not have to think about it. It's that I do like it. It's just not standing out.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement. It doesn't stick out for sure.
See, and I think coming off A, the mid to back palate to me was a little peppery. So comparing it from that one to B, it's.
Well, it has a different mouthfeel too. The mouthfeel isn't slick like the other ones are kind of slick. This one has kind of it's even, but it is not on the slippery side of that.
Yeah, I mean, then again, I'm trying to. There's something when Roger and I when we were at the pick for Cedar Ridge. It was either Jason or Scott. I'm probably Jason that said it, but it's just like when you're going through your picks, different doesn't always mean better. So I'm trying to have that in my head, saying just because something's different doesn't mean it's the one that's preferable. So I'm just kind of keeping that in my mind.
The other thing I want you to everybody to focus on too is don't think of this selection as being something that you think the world would love. If you love it, that's what I want to know.
Okay.
Go with what you like the best. I think I'm trying to dig deeper into sample B.
Yeah.
I think
Marty, check your text.
I don't want to know. Sorry.
Okay.
Tarup, you're here. You made it.
What's going on, Tarup?
See, B to me, the palate starts off really creamy. And I think it's just a milder palate on it, but it's good.
See, my notes on B are says it's kind of very similar to A.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like A a lot better than B.
Okay.
I mean, A so far is still in the running for me.
Okay. Yeah, I think A and B to me are very similar.
A has almost like a caramel apple note to it.
Yeah, I just feel like A is hitting all the it's amped up what's in B is what if I had a comparison between A and B, I feel like they are very similar, but it's like you're getting the front and the mid and you're getting the finish. It's like everything else is where it should be with A versus B. But I totally agree with you there, Tom.
Yeah, I think what I like about A is that slick mouthfeel that you get initially, and that you get that sweet cream and that slick mouthfeel, and that holds all the way through.
Yeah.
That I find very, very pleasant.
Yeah, I get like a spicy honey, like a hot honey on the A, and I like it. It's just very mild, but I get it. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I definitely take
honey.
I think it's the sweetest out of the bunch. It's not overly sweet, but it's got the sweet tinge to it. So.
There he is. What's going on, Brandon?
Hey, Brandon.
Weather.
Hey, whiskey weather.
Yeah, I do dig A. I think A and B are similar, but I think I prefer A, which would probably rule out B, right?
I would agree with that.
Tom and Roger and I had a really fantastic time with Brandon a week or two ago at New Riff. It was a pleasure to meet him and his posse in person.
No doubt.
Yeah, that was a blast.
What a fun gang that was for sure.
Yeah, it was a good day. And then Jeff came and met us, which was just, that put the icing on the cake.
Brandon's there in Covington, and tonight down at Revival, they had some kind of auction for a 19, I think it was 1912 Plankton Reserve Cedarbrook bottle, one of the old bottles made at the Cedarbrook distillery for the Plankton Hotel up in Wisconsin.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We need to send Brandon a bunch of money so he can get it.
Bill, I'm going to assume you probably have a lot of those old vintage bottles, don't you?
I have a handful. I have a lot of empty ones, but the full ones, I've got some pretty cool full ones, and there are a couple of the labels I want to bring back. I don't know if I can put a picture of it, but I have one, and it says established in 47, Cedarbrook, established in 47. And 47 is real big on the bottle. And with our Cedarbrook being a wheated bourbon, I thought, well, wouldn't that be cool to put that right next to Maker's 46 on the shelf?
Send
us a picture from that group if you have it.
Let me see if I can find it here while we're all doing this.
Good play.
Wow. Are y'all getting a lot of on these finishes? Just you don't have to say which one because I'm going through them and ripping them apart with my notes. Y'all getting a lot of clove baking spice on the finish with black pepper?
Yes.
Yeah. I feel like it's inconsistent.
Yeah.
If you take it,
on almost all of them.
I mean, because I'm going through these, and if you go back to another one and take a sip, if you'll sit there long enough, that finish will absolutely kick you in the head.
Yeah, in the best way.
It's freaking amazing. I forgot how good these finished. I swear I did.
Yeah,
peppery and very oily.
I'm also getting what I think is like a vanilla custard. Something like that, right? Yeah, I'm getting it's like a slight, like I say custard because custard always has a little bit of a funk to me, a funk I like. And I'm getting that on the finish or in the mid palate a lot.
I think vanilla is staying consistent, and then I'm staying with a lot of this early mid palate is cinnamon red hots, and then that finish just takes me to another level with that vanilla. Then it goes to Gary.
Various levels of cinnamon.
So I get the custard.
What's up, Gary?
See, I get the custard because I put like a burnt brown sugar that's creamy.
Yeah,
that's kind of what I got on a couple of the finishes.
Yeah, I think that note carries throughout the whole thing on every one of these. It's more intense on others. But that one note carries through everything for me on this.
Yeah. So, have you guys ever had and
it's not a creme brulee.
It's a little custard tart from Portugal called pastel de nata, and it's mostly made with egg yolk, and then when it's cooked, the top gets burnt. Just a little bit of caramelization on the top. And for me, when you start talking about that custard thing, but you're also getting kind of those charred notes on it as well. That gives it that kind of a woodiness to it. I immediately go to these little tarts that we had in Portugal, and swear to God, you have them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner all the time. And it has that creaminess to it. It has that sweetness to it. But at the same time, you've got that little bit of char on the top that just dries it out right at the end. And I get those same feels like the entire time on these.
That's a really good description.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never had that, but
because I think a lot of times
now I know what it's like, though.
Yeah. Go to Portugal.
I feel like I learned something there.
I think if you
It looks really good. I just Googled it.
I think if you say creme brulee, if you say like a creme brulee, it kind of overpowers it. It kind of just takes over. But this is kind of like just a subtle creaminess with that burnt, just that char on it that gives it. It allows other flavors to play into it, and it's really nice.
It's that way, the A's got that little Maker's Mark vibe. It just got that little sweetness, like you said, the little creme brulee, little vanilla.
But
I really love getting
thankfully
those
with A, I can get that sour milk that I get with Makers.
Do you get that? I don't really get that.
No, I don't. I absolutely don't. I just the one difference that I don't get. I wouldn't. That's why the makers doesn't quite jive with me.
When we put
I think
together
it's kind
the
of
old
funny because
McBrayer
on
blends,
A, the nose is sweet, but I kind of get like I kind of get like a dusty leather on the nose, but then it's real creamy and peppery on the end.
Yeah, yeah.
Bill,
These
what's
got
the
the
mash
leather.
bill
for
on
me.
these
I know
again?
it's sweet though.
I'm
What's
sorry,
the
what
mash
was that?
bill? What was
This
the
is
mash
a
bill on these?
70.
At the bottom of your sheet, Randall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
70, 18, 12. 18 rye, 12 barley. And so I think when
I'm
you guys
sorry,
talk
I
about
printed out a different one, so I didn't have to put the background and use all my ink.
All right, no. Let's give Toby his
That's a
flowers
mistake I
for how
made.
he put this together.
Yeah,
Toby, I love this, brother.
Yeah.
that's good.
I appreciate the
Yeah,
I
it's great.
appreciate the attention to detail.
Well,
Yeah.
to simplify things, can we kick out B? B as in boy.
Well, I mean,
I think B's
I
out.
wouldn't yet.
I have two
Right.
to kick out, and B's one of them.
All right, I'm all for
I'm
kicking B.
just now on.
Okay, well, let's just do this. Is everybody in favor of kicking out B?
Well, I need to not yet.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. All right.
Hold on.
Am I supposed to? I'm supposed to abstain on these votes, right?
No,
Yeah, I'm
No.
Spoken
I'm
like
gonna
a
force you
true
guys about to
judge.
buy.
So
Why not weigh in? You're here.
if you guys are able, what I did for myself is I went through each category, nose, front, mid, all that kind of stuff, and just ranked every category by sample 1 to 5.
Yeah.
And then I came up with a score, for each, and that automatically right there gave me my 1 through 5 ranking. And then if everybody's able to rank them 1 through 5, I'll just plug it into a spreadsheet, and that'll tell us.
I'm good with getting rid of 2 or B.
Yeah.
Beyond that, so I'm doing this though. It is my probably so.
Bill using words like abstain. You're talking
Yeah, I've
like a
got
true
2.
judge now.
Toby, I like your idea, but it's almost too complex for me. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
no worries.
I just got to
I
be.
don't have ranking
I'm too
problem
I'm
in
too
that.
simplified. I do too much math during my day.
Yeah. I got you.
Can I propose that whatever we choose, I'm fine with, but I don't care which one. We could make candles of these because the nose on these whiskeys
Yeah.
is phenomenal. Every single one, the nose, I just want to keep smelling them.
The one thing that's missing that I appreciate is I'm not getting like strong ethanol. In fact, I'm like getting zero ethanol on the nose.
I'd agree with that. Yeah, that's a good call, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, to not influence everybody, why don't we already kicked out B, but keep your rankings kind of blind until the end, and and that way, we can see what you actually, Toby can go to each person and say what did you think your number 4, 3, 2, if you want to do it that way.
If you just, I'll go around the horn, and everybody
How about
just give me
this?
their 1 through 5.
Randall,
That way
Toby,
we
how
won't
about
be
this?
influenced.
All right. Well, let's. If we're
is
going to
there
do that,
another
I need to think more because I haven't eliminated anything else yet.
That's okay.
I was gonna
Don't
say,
just do that.
Yeah.
We
Is there
got time.
another
It's hard
one
to
out of
eliminate.
the? Is there another one out of the 5 that you have strong feelings on as far as like just get it out of the mix?
Not
I
yet.
have 3
Not yet.
that I have very strong feelings about eliminating.
Okay, I have strong feelings about one more, and if anybody else wants to kind of chime in, you can tell me if I'm off. But I would also probably wipe out E.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, but let me. I wouldn't mind I don't know. I don't have a problem with eliminating a few and getting it down to at least 2 or 3 because that just helps my mind. But
I have a clear favorite already, but
Me too.
I got 2 favorites.
Oh
I
yeah.
have 2 favorites. Yeah,
my
I
number
agree with
one's
E.
not even close.
I agree with E. E's not. I mean, it's good, but it's not. I don't know. It's not doing it.
I just think it kind of fades
My
in
problem
with the
is I
rest.
got the nose on one I really like. I got bits and pieces of each one that I like better than the others at this point.
It's like B is out, and the rest of them are tied for first right now.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's some progress.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
E, I am getting that creme brulee now on E. That vanilla custardy note.
E kind of snuck up on me at the end. I kind of liked it a little bit more.
Yeah. E's.
So
E ain't bad.
See, to me, E is fine. It doesn't
I did an A
stick
through
out.
E.
Brian,
But I
where
went
you at on
backwards
4?
from E to A, and E stood out.
Brian, where you at on 4? Sample D.
Where am I at?
Yeah, what do you think of that?
I will tell you that. So I did a composite score for all of them. So score for each range. Total that up, divide by 5. So you have a composite score across the board. B was my lowest ranked of these 5. My top 2 heavies are C and D for me personally.
Okay.
And the things that I like about both of those, you get the sweet creams, you get the honeys, you get the Granny Smith apple is in there. You get laid in the palate on both of them. You get a baking spice that comes through and kind of shocks you back into reality. So that heavy cream that is kind of like in all of our products, you get that sweet cream, that sweet buttercream kind of comes through in all of our products. But in this case, at the end, you get a kind of a shock at the end that clears that like almost a white pepper, maybe.
Yeah.
That kind of clears your palate out a little bit. The finish on both of them is magnificent. It sits there and it holds and it's elegant. It doesn't push you one way or the other. It just keeps rolling over between the sweet and the hot, back and forth. Those 2 would be my last 2. I'll die on that hill, but
I will be standing right next to you on that hill.
Brian, you can kind of talk me into it. You are definitely in the right line of work, my friend. The way you describe these and the way that you explain the nuances, yeah, you're definitely in the right line of work.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Together.
Does anybody else think that D and E are very similar? That D and E are similar, but I mean, my opinion is that D and E are very similar in the flavor, but just like B, letter D is the amped up version of from E. So like, I feel like D is the better version of E. That makes sense.
I agree with that.
Yeah, I could get on board with that, JG.
Yeah.
So for me, A, B, and E were only 1 point different, but then there was several points that separated C and D from those bottom 3. And D for me is, it was 2 points higher than C. And D for me is, and I'm not trying to, I'm just one voice in the crowd. But D for me is clear, my clear favorite.
Okay. Me too. I had that was very well balanced in terms of the rest of it.
Yeah,
balanced. That was my
that's what I was going to say. Balanced. The finish on D to me is what. Yeah, the finish on D is what took it over the top for me.
Yeah, it's the one that kind of carried through. To me, I feel that D, like what Roger said very early on about being representative about what he loves about McBrayer. D for me is that from the nose all the way through the finish. At every step of the way, it's the D.
We do this because going back to both, could we kick out A, B, and E and focus on C and D?
I can.
I'm fine. I mean, in all reality, my two favorites are actually A and D. But if I had to Yeah, so I'm fine with that because I mean at least I'm in the
That's
group.
fine,
with
yeah,
the
yeah, in the middle. But that A, I'm more of a sweet kind of guy. That
Yeah,
A is
same.
really good too. It
Yeah.
is, but for
Totally
complexity, the C and D I've got on my scorecard. But I know
Yeah.
I was like, man, I wouldn't mind having A too, but that's just my profile. So
Yeah.
Now,
But I
Randall,
also
I'm
feel
with
like I'm probably liking A because it is the first thing I tried. And when you
Yeah.
start off with a banger like that, it's like, okay. And so
Yeah.
that's where I think that's where my prejudice is coming in. So when I'm going back and forth on these, I am preferring D over A. So that's where I'm
So
at.
let me throw this out. None of these are crazy viscous on the mouthfeel. But to me,
No.
D also has the most mouthfeel.
I agree.
Of the 5.
But they are oily though. And
I'm not talking about
they really have
legs
the
on
legs.
the. I'm not talking about legs on the gland.
Yeah. But
I'm talking about on the palate, the mouthfeel on the palate. To
The
me,
thick, thin
yeah,
mouthfeel.
it's D from front to back, side
I
to
know
side.
JP. I kind of like A and D the best. Mm-hmm.
I could give A and B the boot right now. Focus on C, D, and E.
We're
That
all
suits me.
Yeah. I mean, I can be honest. I've made up my mind now. So
I know which one is my winner.
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm good.
Why don't
yeah,
we just
JB,
do a quick?
I'm kind of on the same page with you. I went back and forth in between A and C, and I the A, it just edges C a little bit for me.
So,
And
hey,
Marty, where are you at?
Trey,
How are you?
compared
How
to
are you
D,
feeling? You're awfully quiet up there, buddy.
I'm doing my thing, man. I'm trying to eliminate one more, and I'm done.
hey, Corvette Trey, are you down to A, C, and
Yeah.
D then?
Well, let's do this.
Yeah.
Jay,
Yeah,
are you able to?
Yeah.
JG, are you able to rank them?
Rank them? Sure, I can rank them. Yeah. Okay.
1 to
You-
5.
you want my
Okay,
ranking?
Hang on 1 second. Hang on.
Okay.
Where what is A in your ranking?
A would be second.
Second. All right. B.
B is last, so 5.
5th. C.
C is third.
Okay. D.
Number 1.
Okay.
And then E is the whatever number I did.
4. Gotcha.
4. Thank you.
Something's hard.
Yeah, math. Good thing I do that for a living.
that's so close.
All right. Has anybody else got their 1 through 5 ranking?
Toby, I can do this for you. I can just say B and E are out, and as far as 1, 2, and 3, I would go D1, A2, C3.
C.
I'm that same. I'm the same as him as Tom.
Okay. 1. A is 2. C is 3. All right.
Yep.
So I may be the
Give you
odd
mine.
man out. E,
I can give you
E's
mine,
about my
Toby.
second favorite.
I'm sorry. Rob,
say
can you
that
rank them? Rob, can you rank them 1 through 5?
I can
Can
rank
I ask-
some of
Can I ask?
them.
Can I ask a question real quick?
Yeah.
Can everybody just knows
It's
C and D and tell me if they're not almost identical at this point?
See, I was saying that about
Close.
D.
Oh, no,
They are.
yes, agreed,
Yeah.
Marty.
So yeah,
C and D are on the nose, are almost identical.
The one thing I'll say,
No.
I think D is slightly darker.
Yeah, I get more brown
I think
sugar.
there's
I get more
D
brown
gets a
sugar.
little
on
more
D.
like white pepper on the nose for me.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
they're almost identical to me.
Maybe
Yeah,
a
no,
little
that nose
similar.
on D is so good.
Maybe a little similar, but just the deeper oak. That's one note I can detect more
Yeah,
than
D
anything.
you,
And that's
you get the sweet oak. You get the sweet oak.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm
man.
gonna call it. I think sample
Yeah, I can
C.
give you my rankings if you want.
Yeah, Roger, go for it. Sample A.
4.
more.
Gotcha.
On the nose
Sample.
than the- This is one of
Sample B is 5.
The
C?
only thing for me
1.
on 8 That right there.
C is in Charlie.
Yep. But it depends.
C is in Charlie is 1.
You rank sample C number 1.
Because
Yes.
Okay. D.
If I look, if I want something
2. But C
Gotcha.
and D to me are like really
Interchangeable.
yes.
Okay.
And E is 3.
And 3. Okay.
Finish it.
Trey Boyd, can you give me a 1 through 5?
Oh, man, come back to me. Hold on.
Trey Larkin, can you give me 1 through 5?
Can I ask a question?
I'm with y'all. It was tough, but for me, it's D is number 1, A is number 2,
D is in dog.
C
Hold
is
on,
number
hold on.
3.
D is in dog. Hold on. D is in dog is number 1.
Yes.
Okay.
I know.
What
And then
was your number
A,
2?
A.
Gotcha.
Number
3.
C.
Good.
Okay.
Yep. C is number
number
3.
Yep.
E.
Number
And then of course B.
E is number 7. Yeah. Nobody seems to like B.
Man,
I got a question.
Oh, I like it. I do like it.
Is sample C the 122 proof?
I
No
won't
idea.
know until I unwrap the bottles. But
Like having 5 beautiful women in front of you and you have to find something wrong.
but
Feel
proof
like I'm
is
on an
not the
episode of
defining.
Seinfeld.
I mean, all 5 of these are within 3 proof points. So proof is not going to be a big deciding factor. I mean,
Well, no, I'm just trying to see if I could guess. That's all.
oh, okay, I got you.
I'm not trying.
Yeah, it sounds like the proof was pretty consistent with all 3, or I'm sorry, all 5.
Yeah.
Rob
I could-
Sherman. Rob, can you give me ranking?
There is a
I sure can. Are you ready?
Yeah, sample A, Rob.
Sample A, number 4,
Gotcha. Sample B,
5,
sample C,
2. It moved to 2.
and D is in dog.
Numero uno.
And that would leave that one to be 3rd. Okay.
E is 3.
Hey, Brian. Brian, can you rank them 1 through 5?
You want my ranking?
Yeah.
I'm good. All right. In order, going A to E. A, I give it a 4. B is a 5. C is a 2. D is a 1, and E is a 3.
Okay.
Hey,
Bill, how about
hey,
you?
Brian.
Can you give me a 1 through 5?
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
It's your turn.
I don't
Bill.
know.
Wake up. Shit.
Oh, you want me to go? Okay. Yeah. You know, it's
Yeah.
interesting that that what Brian said, because I was pretty similar. I was 4 or 5. A was 4. B was 5. C was 2. D was 1. And E was 3. And what I would tell you is that I just love. I call it the char note. It's almost like a chocolate note to me that you get on the back end of like D and C. And that's what I really love about this mash bill, right? That when it gets to that profile, I wish that all the barrels came out just like that, right? And I feel like we got there with the 8-year bottle of Bond. You're able to get a little more of the fruit notes in it to make it, get it all across the palate, and it really came together. But when those barrels taste like C and D, those are just phenomenal. And E, well, they're all right. And then sometimes we get it with this mash bill, we get that fruity note. And when we were able to blend them together, you get that whole across the palate type of thing. But in this particular case, D's got a lot going on. And I really like D. I like the nose on D a little bit better than C if I was going to pick between the two of them. But E actually snuck up there for me a little bit more than maybe for some of you guys.
That was
I really
my
liked
number
E.
3. E was my
I
number
liked
3.
it better than some of the other folks did. I'm going to sip it again here. I really like the E.
Yeah. No, I just felt like E was like D was the better version of E. That's what I felt.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny you say that because if I'm right about D, that's what Katie said.
Is that what Katie said?
Almost verbatim. If I'm right about which two those are, and you know,
so that means that was a good fill-in for them.
Yeah.
And guys, if I can tell you, if I could just add to this, you know, we've got 2 other barrels we're going to do over the next couple of weeks. I think this is barrel number. This is a good one, but the other ones are going to be a lot of fun too.
Yeah,
I'm going to say that politely.
It was so funny.
It'd be nice to blend all these together at the end of the night.
Oh yeah.
When I first poured all these.
I got to tell you, I mean, when we're doing the blends and we're putting these together, and you take, say, a C and D, and you put them together, and then you find some off barrel that you would put in there, and then you add it, and it makes it so much better. That is such an art, right? And it's just kind of amazing when you say, well, I don't really like it by itself, but then it enhances C and D or something when you put it together. It's really fun when you find those combinations, get to put them together. And when you do smaller blends, it makes them so much more personal. And I think that's what makes our whiskey a little bit more special at times.
That's this just goes to show you that the single barrels, the flavor range can just differentiate so drastically depending on the little bit of age or whatever your locations are and everything like that. They're all very good. Yeah. I'd buy every one of them, but
it's such a unique.
They're definitely fingerprints.
Thing. Sorry, Brian.
They're fingerprints on a very elegant hand, much more elegant than mine. But each one is different, but they're all amazing.
Hey, Trey and Trey, have you guys? I think you guys are still kind of hanging out there, right? Did you guys narrow down what your favorites were?
Larkin did.
Larkin did. That's right. Trey Larkin.
I finally got mine. It was tough because I kept going back. Yeah, my A was number 4. My B was number 5. Huh?
Go ahead.
Keep going.
You're good.
C.
A was 4, B was 5, C was 2, D was 1, E was 3. And honestly, 3 and 4 were kind of interchangeable. E and A, they both have characteristics I really liked. But I think
those are my rankings.
B for me was just the quick.
You ready for mine?
From front to back, it was just.
Yep. Bring it, Marte.
Held the most.
All right.
Bring it. Yeah.
All right. B was 1, E was 2, A.
Whoa, what?
I'm kidding. I'm just to see if anybody caught on.
Marty.
All right, no.
God, you were such a dork.
I know. All seriousness, sample A was my
I'm
number 3.
unsubscribing.
Hold on. Go ahead, Marty.
Sample A was number 3.
Gotcha.
B was my 5. Sample C was my number 2, and I said I thought it was the hottest at 122. D's my number 1, and E's my number 4.
Okay. Well, we have a clear winner. That's for sure.
Yeah, we do.
So what I just did,
Without a doubt.
for whatever, if you guys are wanting to do this while he does the total, I just took C, D, and E and put them together about equal. That was
I did the super blend of all of them, but even with the super blend,
3. Yeah.
No, I did all of them in the super blend, and then but even that D still kicks its ass.
I didn't add D to the super blend. I'm keeping D by itself.
All right. You guys want the?
That super blend's good though.
Scores?
Am I the only one? Just kind of curious because I went back and I know everybody kind of picked D number 1. I picked C number 1. Did anybody else pick C number 1?
It was number 2.
No.
I just thought the finish was hot for me, just a little bit hotter than
I had that 3. I liked
D.
it.
So here's the
Trey,
here's
you
the
picked
scores.
C number 1, Trey Larkin?
No. I had it
No,
number
okay.
3. I had it in the middle.
You were Roger. You're the only person to pick C as number 1.
All right, so am I voted off the island then?
No, he's just the outlier.
Way to go,
No.
Rod.
All right, here we go. So In last place with a unanimous score of 5 across the board and a total score of 55 was sample B. The next two were pretty close. In fourth place was sample E. In third place was sample A. Sample E was a 38. Sample A was a 35. Then kind of a big jump to second place was sample C with 25 points, and then sample D with 12 points. Low score wins.
Wow. Nice.
Very well done.
So what can you tell us about sample D? What's the proof and the age?
Yeah, let's go through these. Come on, big reveal. Let's do this.
Yeah, build up to it, Toby.
Do you guys want me to? Do you guys want me just to crack D, or do you want me to crack all of them and tell you what they are?
No, just tell us what we didn't pick first.
Yeah, let's start with the
Yeah,
end with D.
All right.
Come on, build the suspense. Be a
B
showman.
in last place.
Drum roll.
Is that A B's the first place or last place one? Yeah.
B
was last. Yeah.
Got to pull up my spreadsheets and double check it with that.
All right. Let's see here. So B is on your spreadsheet, Brian. It's number 3. And let's see here. It is 121 proof.
0.31.
Yeah. So
which one?
It's 6 year or 6.1
What
years.
sample?
It's 6.1. Yeah.
B. We're going back. We're going B, like worst of the best.
Okay, 121. I got you. Go ahead. Sorry.
Right.
Yep.
I told you I thought the A was the 8-year-old. We'll see if I was correct.
And you know what? That's that's the second highest proof of the whole lot.
Yeah, right, Brian.
But again, proof is
Immaterial.
that's a small. Yeah, I mean you're talking 3 proof points. So okay, let's see here. In fourth place was letter E.
I mean, D. D. Okay. Yeah.
And that, Brian, on your spreadsheet, this is 24. And this is a 6-year, and it's 120, almost 121. It's 120.7 or something like that.
121.47 is what I got.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's not crazy clear on this label.
I'm sorry, my handwriting will get better.
No, hey Brian, just got to.
No. That's
Brian, we've
Bardstown.
handled the hell out of those bottles. They've been through 2 picks, technically.
Yeah. All right. A small step up to third place is letter A.
Seven. So this is 7
And
year.
letter A is again a 6-year. And it is, I think, 121.8, something like that. Or it is, Brian, it's 18 on your spreadsheet.
18. Okay.
Yeah.
120.67.
Okay. All right. And in second place, we had C.
Here.
B, Brian, is 16 on your spreadsheet. So it's 120.97 proof.
Shit.
Yep.
Yep. And last but not least,
what was the age of that one?
What was the age?
Yeah.
That was a 6-year.
Yep.
Wow. So that means
8-year-old?
6-year.
We picked the 8-year.
No
shit. You did. You sure
Good
did.
for us.
How about that, guys?
Yeah.
We are brilliant.
Shocking.
What's a
Yeah, so
I will tell you, it was amazing when we did the 8-year bottled and bond versus the 6-year bottled and bond, how much better the barrels were. And this particular barrel didn't even make the blend, right? So, but it was a good barrel. It just didn't make the blend. and you just get a lot more depth with those extra couple years, which is exciting because these are so close. I can't wait for another year or two to see what these turn into.
No doubt.
What was the proof on that, Toby?
Oh yeah.
119.68.
The lowest proof. That's funny.
It's the lowest proof too.
Yeah, I guess it. Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah, lowest
proof.
Honestly, kind of what you just said, Bill. You know, I think I bought my first 6-year maybe 2 years ago, and I just fell in love with it. And then I didn't have the 8-year until Toby. Maybe at the Blitz is when I had my first 8-year.
Yeah,
and that's when I like the 8-year. I figured out, oh my god, this is even better than the 6-year. So, yeah, they're both so good.
I mean, that 6-year was like my go-to if it's like a daily drinker. You know, the Cedar Brook, if I'm gonna drink a lot of bourbon, I drink that wheated bourbon. And then the Judge is kind of like for special occasions, like maybe something like it's almost a dessert bourbon for me. And then when the 8-year came together, it's like I don't even want to drink the 6-year anymore. I just want to drink the 8-year. You know, and
we sat at Bill's bar and we'd finished the 8-year and we'd sat back. We each poured a glass of the sample that we had, and we were just like, "Wow, it was really special. I mean, it was really special. It was different and we had been using the 6-year as our benchmark going forward the whole afternoon, and the 8-year just absolutely eclipsed it.
Yeah, so what we did was we got like 6 or 7 different bottled and bond bourbons out there. I mean, we got some higher end ones and lower end ones, and we were putting the 6-year against them. Like, all right, I think we're just as good as any of these, if not, better. And then we did the 8-year. I'm like, it blows it away for me. And what I guess I'm trying to say is, it's amazing that we picked the 8-year barrel because these are all really good. But at the end of the day, you just get a little more depth. You get a little bit more flavor profile to it, and just those extra couple years, it makes a difference. You can't cheat time. You know,
one of the coolest things is of the 5, that means we're going to be bringing to, the folks, we're going to be bringing them a 8.5-year-old bourbon, an 8.5-year-old, barrel strength McBrayer, as opposed to a, 6.
And we said that was about 119 proof. Is that what we said, Toby?
Yeah, it's 119, almost 120.
Yeah. Out of curiosity, I mean, how quickly will you barrel it, or will you let it set even longer? I mean, just curious.
Well, to be honest with you, I am actually running out of single barrels, and so I picked 2 single barrels to barrel. And I picked that one. I'm like, well, I'm going to barrel it. I'm going to bottle it now. And if you guys pick it, it'll just be done early. It's actually getting bottled in like 2 weeks. And so the other ones that we're going to do in the next couple of weeks are going to be probably towards the end of April, but this one's going to be done later this month. So it's going to be ready to go, and we'll have that thing. We'll figure out when we can release it to the club out there and to the public. But the barrel's already getting pulled and already been prepped, because if you didn't pick it, I was going to do it anyway.
And that's honestly the conversation Bill and I had like a week ago, which is why we decided to do Old McBrayer first, because he had some, he had some things he needed to do with Old McBrayer.
Yeah, we were running a little bit low on some single barrels of Old McBrayer, and I'm like, well, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and barrel it, and if you pick it, it's awesome. We'll just sell it to you guys, and then we'll pick, maybe a different one. But
so I got to get back to work tomorrow. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, we got it. So did everybody on the stream here get the label of the new Judge we're going to do this year?
Look good.
Was that with the flag? American flag?
Yeah, so we're going to do. We're not going to do a batch 6 this year. We're going to do a smaller blend. This is going to be for our 250th anniversary of this country.
Perfect.
And that's going to be it's only going to be a blend of 1,776 bottles, and they're going to be serial numbered. And there's going to be there's not going to be in a box, because we want you to set that on your shelf, and I want people to see it. And we're super pumped about that. So we're going to pull some 6- and 7-year-old barrels, I think, of the WH one to do that, and try to get that thing. I think that's going to bottle towards the end of April, 1st of May, get that thing out around, sometime middle of May and get that out to people. But it's going to be pretty limited. I'm thinking $85 because we don't have the box on it, and it's going to be the Judge mash bill, and we're super pumped about that one.
Yeah, it should be.
What a great label! Isn't that beautiful?
It's fantastic.
It's great.
100%.
It really stands out. So
yeah. But I would say the barrel that we picked today is what I would love to say that we would love to see McBrayer be like that profile for that whiskey, right? You get that extra barley, but for whatever reason, this mash bill, you get that. I call it more of a chocolate note. You guys call it maybe a char note, but that char note that you get on that mash bill with a little bit higher barley content is what I really love about this product. It's like my favorite part of the product.
It is good.
I mean, and in reality, everything was very similar in the sense that it was just degrees of what was being amped up, and that was obviously the most amped up of everything. So, I mean, you're there with everything else. I mean, it's just the degrees of, I guess, how long it's in the barrel. So,
yeah.
Well, I hope we can promote your bourbon there, but it speaks for itself and everything. And you and Toby did a great job tonight, putting this together. So,
yeah, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, no, it's exciting, and
that is.
It's exciting. And I sent you guys in the chat. I sent you, if you all don't remember, that particular label. We do the blue label on the single barrel, but that label was actually the same label that was used in 1910 or so of a bottle. So I think it's in your text there. So I have the old bottle. It's empty. It was interesting. We started when I launched the website, I think in 2019 or 20. And this guy reached out to me, and he was working. He was a drywaller. He worked, and he was out in Utah, and he was working on a bank. And he was tearing the drywall out of this old bank, and he found that old bottle in the wall of the bank, and he sent it to me and took a picture of it. And it's the same label that I've seen in the movie Untouchables, right? And some of the old bottles it was also in Deadwood, that same label, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's that label. And so eventually when I actually copied the label and I sent him a full bottle of it, and he sent me the bottle back. So that's in your text messages now.
Cool.
So that's where that label came from, and it's got the state seal of Kentucky on it. And then we added the trademark, right, a favorite of Old Kentucky to it, and changed it up a little bit because we had the wording on it just like it on the 6-year-old, but really cleaned it up, kind of streamlined the bottle, kind of made it really clean, and we're excited about how that looks.
As much as you can advertise to the old roots, people are going to love that.
Yeah.
I mean, how can you not? I mean, how can you, if it's got the state seal of Kentucky on it, like how can you, and that's you have to promote that. I mean, we are a Kentucky brand. We're a Kentucky legacy. We're a Kentucky history. And, the McBrayer name, when bourbon first started really coming around in the early 1800s, the McBrayers were known for, a dynasty there in the Lawrenceburg community for making bourbon. And you have to celebrate that, right? That's one of our core values, is really bringing back that legacy of who the McBrayers were, and being a McBrayer, it's pretty exciting, right? It's almost like my dude. It's like when you learn something, if you don't know something, you don't know something, right? But when you learn something,
learn, Randall.
But when you learn it, then you have a responsibility to do something about it. Right. So when I learned this history, it became like this it was like, oh my gosh, I got to retell this story. And then it became almost like this responsibility to tell the story about the McBrayers. And then you're honored to be able to do it and carry that torch along a little bit and tell people about it. And that's my job right now as a McBrayer. And
I'll tell you what, Bill, and as somebody that, I remember meeting you at the Bardstown thing, and just, starting to chat with you. You were so passionate and so shot out of a cannon about how,
Oops.
just you exuded the enthusiasm for the brand, and that I
Well,
think
thank
all
you.
of us felt that. And we like the bourbon, sure, but yeah, I think the story and the passion is what really resonated with a lot of us. And I think I could probably speak for Marty and Toby. I think this is one of the brands that I think is really going to kind of come to the forefront in 2026. I think that a lot of us are excited about it. I think the products are going to resonate with a lot of people, and
Thank you.
I think that part of why we're all excited to be here tonight. So thanks to you, Bill.
Well, thank you. I would tell you, when you learn that story and you're just like, oh my gosh, what is this story? And it's a good thing you don't have to live with me, because I had to talk about it for the last 15 years now. And my
poor
wife
wife.
and my kids, God bless her.
Yeah.
Right.
But Bill, you're in this. You're in a group that we could hear that story over and over and over again, and we like hearing it. I mean, I think that's the difference that I see with where you get a whole bunch of other brands that come out and they take someone else's label, or they just make up their own and they come up with some bullcrap story, and it's fun. They come up with a creative story, but it's like you have the actual real story with real history behind it. And you can't, just like you said, you can't replicate age. You can't replicate
you
that.
can't make that
That
up.
is actual true history, and that's what's exciting, especially for all of us, especially with where bourbon seems like it's, or just whiskey in general is kind of going now. It's like we're looking for that next thing that excites us, and for me, your brand definitely does that.
Yes.
I was gonna agree with Tom that your passion really shone through when you were running out into the parking lot with me to get my 2 or 3 bottles that I bought. So
true sales guy, right?
I just remember I walked in and he was like the first guy I started talking to, and I was kind of like not really like into it yet, and he was just like, you fucking wound him up, and he was like,
He's like that all the time, Tom.
Toby
Really
was looking at me like, dude, yeah.
The thing to me now is, because I got into McBrayer and learning the story, 2 or 3 years ago, but to me the joy now is when I see Bill on somebody else's stream. Like recently, it was Hello Again Whiskey Friends, and every time you tell them about, well, honey, we're gonna, get into the bourbon business, and well, honey, we're gonna buy the property in Lawrenceburg, and you just to watch the reaction of these other guys that are kind of hearing some or all of this story for the first time. That's where the joy is now, because it's like I'm hearing it for the first time through them. And it's so awesome, because it's just like Bill's a pinball that goes from one amazing discovery to another stellar decision. And
well, it's passion. That's the big thing. People like that. You're going to expand.
Bill and Brian were the first 2 people I talked to at the Blitz.
Yeah, I mean it's what's
love them.
You ask anybody that was at the Blitz.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say at the Blitz.
It's Old Glory, it's McBrayer, and I think probably Driftless is probably
Larrikin too. Larrikin stood out.
Oh yeah, Larrikin. I forgot about Bill's neighbors. So yeah, I mean,
it's interesting. You kind of say everything happens for a reason, right? And people are like, man, you're on this destiny. It's almost like God's leading you down this path, and I'm like, I think God wants me to be broke the rest of my life as I try to resurrect this brand, right? And it's not for the weak, it's not for the faint of heart, okay? And but you know what? I'm committed to it, and I'm excited about it, and there's so many. I don't know if you guys are. I'm obsessed with following this Uncle Nearest story. Right, I read about it like every day. These new blog things are coming out, and this lady, she probably stole $20 million and all these crazy things, right? And it's such a great opportunity for the brand and the community and the whiskey community to have a brand like that out there. But I take this brand very seriously. right? My job is not to do any harm to this brand. My job is to protect this brand, to resurrect this brand, to tell the community about it, to resurrect who William Harrison McBrayer was and what he did for the bourbon community in the early 1800s and during the Civil War era, and all the people he influenced that made bourbon great out of Kentucky, right? And that's my job, to bring it back
Bill,
and to tell people about it.
Hallelujah.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What you're describing right now, was it the bourbon that helped him get to the point financially in life to do the things he did for that county with the railroad and all that stuff down the road?
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, there was a time, so the history is amazing. So I'll give you guys maybe a couple minutes story here. So
give us the hour story. I don't care.
He was one of 11 children. Okay. And he was born in 1821. And he was raised, you know, he was a third generation McBrayer. You know, his grandfather came over from Scotland with his two brothers. They fought in the 1760s. All right, came over from Scotland through Northern Ireland over to Pennsylvania. They fought in the Revolutionary War. James, one of the brothers, his son was a surveyor. Came over the James Herod settlement. Surveyed the Wilderness Trail, some say before Daniel Boone, right? Went back, got his family, settled in Kentucky. They got granted a couple thousand acres for their service in the war. William Harrison McBrayer, he was the first judge in Anderson County. Or he was born in 1821, one of 11 children. His sister, who was 10 years older, I think this is pretty fascinating. His sister was 10 years older. She married a guy that was a merchant, and he died when he was in his early 30s. Right. And this merchant store, if you can imagine, in probably, let's say the early 1840s or so, right? Women couldn't own the store. So her brothers took over the store, and William Harrison actually bought out his brothers and ran this merchant store for the rest of his, you know, like 40 or 50 years. And then he became the first judge there in Anderson County. And then they established the distillery in 1847 there in Lawrenceburg. And somewhere along the way, he was a cattle guy and he did all these other things, and he ran into some financial troubles. And I think, to answer your question, Marty, I think it was in the early 1870s or so, he started to pay attention, probably right after the Civil War, right, to his distillery. And he started to really work on his distillery. And then he won the gold medal in 1873 in Vienna, Austria, for the best whiskey in the world. Right. And then they said he turned the crown heads in Europe from Scotch to Kentucky whiskey. And then he won it again in 1876 at the Centennial Expedition in Philadelphia. And so, yeah, I think whiskey really helped him out. But then he was a very devout Presbyterian. So he donated a ton of money to the to Central College down there, and that was after the Civil War, there was a big split in the Presbyterian Church. He supported one side, and he gave a bunch of money to it. And he actually died as a teetotaler, believe it or not. But then when he was passed away, he actually he willed the distillery to his grandchildren. And then so he must have really still thought the distillery business was pretty good. As his son-in-law ran it because his daughter had passed away, and then as he adopted his nephew. His sister, Mary McBrayer, her husband passed away when he was in his early 30s. She remarried later in life and married a guy in town. His name was Dr. Dixon Dedman, and he had a kid. They had a kid together, and it was Charles Mortimer Dedman, and they both had passed away by the time he was 6 years old. So William Harrison raised him adopted him. And raised him as a son and gave him the money and land for his distillery for his wedding present. Now his brand was Kentucky Owl, right? And so, but it was his sister, I think, that had a huge influence on him getting into the store, which led him into the judge and to the bourbon business. So
does the Dixon Dedman that we all know today from Old Kentucky Owl and 2XO, have you had any contact with him? Have you talked to him?
Oh yeah, so it was funny. I when I first started so here's what happened. So 14 years ago or so, my daughter was looking to go to college, and she wanted to play small college volleyball. And
Yeah, I love the
somebody told
story.
me,
I know it, but
she
tell
told me
it,
to check
please.
out, told me to check out um, Center College there in Danville, right? And it was a nice small Christian school. She probably could have played some ball there, and she didn't want anything to do with it. And I was telling my dad about it, and he's like, "Well, you know, the McBrayers gave some money to that school." And I'm like, "Who are you talking about?" He said it was the McBrayers in the whiskey business. Well, he was kind of right. McBrayer gave that money to Central College after the Civil War, but they later merged with Center College, right? And so I was thinking about the McBrayer scholarship that could be available at Center College, and there wasn't one. And that's when I Googled McBrayer whiskey, and I read the blog post by Jack Sullivan on prepro.com about the judge of good whiskey, and learned the story about William Harrison McBrayer and who he was. And I didn't think I worked for 6 weeks. I just learned that story, and I just got obsessed with it, and started tracking the brands, and you know, just kind of went down this rabbit hole. And here I am 14 years later with a bourbon business and 3 family labels and 130 acres of the old distillery, and doing a barrel pick with you guys of old McBrayer bourbon.
So
Which is fascinating.
You did the whole
Here's my
line.
bottle of 2XO signed by Dixon Deadman himself that I got to meet personally. He's a great guy. Such a great guy.
He is a great guy. And so
He
here's what
is.
happened. So anyways, I was going around. I'm like, all right, I got to figure out how to get in the bourbon business. I don't know. And I'm talking to people, and I'm telling my story. I'm like, oh, this guy, he was my family relative, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, that's really cool. You're doing like bringing back a family brand like Kentucky Allen, Dixon Deadman. I'm like, I don't give a shit. I don't know who they are. I just want to own my own family brands, right? And so then I started doing all this research in our McBrayer legacy, like our McBrayer family heritage. And then I read this little small print about CM Deadman and distillery and Kentucky Allen. I was like, holy shit, I've already heard that story like 10 times. Who is this Kentucky Allen guy, right? So then we had done our 1-year-old bourbon. We had to bottle 1-year-old bourbon because I had to sell it to my friends and family to get our trademarks.
Oh, that's right.
In Commerce. And so I had this bottle. And so finally I got my trademarks. I'm like, all right, who's this Dixon Deadman guy? And I went up to the Beaumont Inn. I knocked on the door. I said, hey, Dixon, I think I'm your cousin. You want to try some of this? and he was super nice. And he's like, man, this is kind of good. You got something going on here. And when we did batch 1 of WH, we started with 10 barrels, and I'm like, hey, I gotta do, batch 1 here. It's gonna be, we gotta do some bottles. And I'm like, should I do some single barrels? And I go, I don't know, can you help me, Dixon? So we took these 10 barrel samples over, and we did this blend of 5 barrels, and he's like, all right, I like these 5 and these 5, and we split them up and we put them together. He's like, all right, just trust me. And he took some of the bad ones that we didn't like and switched them out with the good ones. And it was like this phenomenal barrel of batch 1. I was like, man, that's really cool. How'd you do that? Can you do that again? So he helped us with batch 1. He kind of helped me with some of the other things. And he's like, all right, you're ready. Go ahead and start doing your own blending. And I'm like, what do you mean? I got to do it myself? And so that's what I did. I did Old McBrayer, I don't know, 3 bottles ago was my first one. And that was a pretty fun experiment. And I think I had, on that one, I did a 10 barrel blend, and I had like 20 barrels. And I said, I like sweeter bourbon. So I put all these sweet bourbon barrels over here on the left, and I put all the other ones on the right, and I put them all together, right? And the ones on the right tasted better than the blend on the left. I was like, well, shit, I don't know what am I doing here? And then, so then I started mixing them together, and it came up with this process, and we did that blend, and it was a lot of fun. But Dixon's been great, and he's been a good friend. I bounce ideas off of him once in a while. And when we went to his tasting room there at the Beaumont Inn, he actually had a poster of the judge on his wall, a real picture of him, because he was so influential to his family and being in the bourbon business. It was pretty cool.
Nice. So I know the answer to this question, but I'm going to ask it so that anybody watching, and maybe for some of those on stream, tonight we did a pick, a single barrel pick of Old McBrayer. How many single barrel pigs of Old McBrayer have predated ours?
Nobody.
Of
So
the
this,
old
I think,
McBrayer?
is the first one. Yeah, I have released some single barrels of Old McBrayer,
Yes.
but
This is the
nobody
first
has done
one
a
of
single.
Old McBrayer.
This
But
is the
group
first
picks.
pick.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, Brian,
Yeah.
Brian, hold that bottle up again, the Blue Label bottle, so that people can see that. So this is the inaugural group pick of
Yeah.
Old McBrayer.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very
Nice.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Man, we got to wipe the sales
I,
out.
I,
If he
Yeah.
I
stays
can't
under
wait to
that
get that again. Be
okay.
going to be awesome.
Yeah, and I think honestly, guys, I think you picked a wonderful barrel.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that at the local store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it's going to be a reasonably priced barrel, and I'm super pumped about it.
Yeah, I think
I
you're.
think we all are.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
we
know,
are.
me and Toby.
But I mean, but going forward,
Yeah.
Roger and I need to be on every pick because we just absolutely pick bangers together. So, him and I just you're missing out if we're not on your team.
I agree. Yeah,
We've already proved this. We've already proved this. We've not personally responsible, but indirectly been responsible for selling 200 and plus bottles, 250, 300 bottles of Cedar Ridge.
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't lose that energy. Neil.
Good, Marty. That's good.
Don't lose that energy.
That's right. But me and Toby, when we got back, what the hell? Oh, yeah.
There you go. There's the same label, very similar, right? With the circle on the top, and we just did the blue label for the single barrel.
So yeah, there's pop culture reference number one to Old McBrayer right there.
Yeah, that's from what the HBO whatchamacallit movie.
Deadwood.
Deadwood. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find the other one here.
Yeah. What was that character's name? I can't remember her name.
That's it.
Oh, that's Calamity Jane.
Calamity Jane.
That's
yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, Jane Cannery.
Yeah.
All right, so hey, wait a minute. So Toby, let's take a look at your shirt there. What do you got going on? Can we zoom in on that? Well, how do you got that over there?
Show the back.
I love his hat.
Look at this guy.
You know
I was
what?
about to say.
I might need
Legends of the Oak.
Trey's got his on.
I might need one of those shirts, Tobe.
Holy crap! Call OnlyFans. They're missing out.
You got the Mac.
Where you at?
Legends of the Oak.
Trey, show
Look at
what's
that. Trey's got
behind
a
you.
goddamn
Show
barrel
what's behind
ahead.
you, Trey. Trey, behind you. The barrel head.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a nice barrel head.
I have to get it down. Now, hold on.
Here we go. Hey, you forgot.
Yes, the barrel head's nice, not the head so much. The barrel head.
Look at that.
Oh,
Legends
that's
of the
big,
Oak. That's beautiful.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, you didn't put it up there with just anything, a little sticky note or anything.
Yeah, pull up your pants, Trey. Say no to crack.
And Hack and Mac, we're going to get to Texas, Hack and Mac. We're coming.
Marty, I'm still holding out for tall sizes on that T-shirt, by the way.
I don't have it. They don't make any, brother. I got on there just for you. If you weren't 6'40", I'd have it. I'll figure out something. We'll figure out something.
Could you send me the logos?
Rob,
so I can have them
you're
made
just
locally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take care of you, Rob. We'll figure something out, man. You're not going to go without. And Trey Boyd has done something really special for the group, and if he wants to talk about it, he can. If not, we can wait.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay, that's fine.
Nope.
Yeah, Girth has to order at least 4 shirts
It'll
just
be a
for the
little bit more
fabric.
ready.
It ain't easy being me.
Yeah.
But we all want to be you.
No,
When we got
Brian,
go ahead, Trey.
Good. I was just going to say, so my first introduction to you guys was at the Blitz, but Toby had really built up this picture in my head of your brand, and you buy into that so much, but
The juice speaks for itself. But I will say, in that crowd, just your energy and your passion behind what y'all are doing is so much more. And, I have 3 people that I go to when I come to Kentucky, and you will be one of those that I'm just like, okay, I'm going there no matter what else I do. And, then you get into the juice, and it's just, it matches the enthusiasm.
Well,
and that
thank
to
you.
me is special because not a lot of people have that.
Well, thank you.
And
I will
so,
tell you,
so
Trey,
much
that,
so when afterwards, go ahead.
And to be fair, Trey does have restraining orders against him on the other 2.
Well, I will tell you. So,
what I'll tell you guys is that the story that Bill that gave you. So we got introduced through a mutual friend. Actually, we both have the same dentist, which is how we got introduced. And I do a lot of these bourbon dinners and stuff. And I served his bourbon at a dinner down in North Carolina. And I wanted Bill to show up there, and he couldn't make it because of scheduling problems and whatever. And I said, hey, why don't you and your wife come over? I'll make you the dinner, and I'll show you what I do. And he and his wife came over for dinner, and I think they got there about 6 o'clock. They didn't leave my house until like 11:30, something like that. And it was the story you got, but much more intense. And my wife and I are the only audience for this for like 4 hours. And they left at the end of the evening. I turned to my wife. I was like, I'm going to work with that guy right there because the passion was there, but the product is there. And I was like, if I can make this thing even any better at all, I'm in. I was totally in from just like day one. So everything that you guys see is completely honest and true. Bill is the most genuine person that I know. And it's an absolute joy when we sit there and we go through these barrels and Bill goes, well, what do you got for the whiskey nose guys? And I go, I got this and I got this. And I got this. He goes, okay, is that enough? It's like, shit, that's 30 barrels. How many are they going to drink in a weekend? But the passion is there. But like I think Marty said, the juice follows it up. And it's become my life too. I got wrapped up in this and I am like totally all in on this because the story is amazing. The story is unbelievable, but you throw behind that a really, really high quality product and it's got a genuine honesty to it that is just, it's lacking in a lot of corners. And it's an honor for me to do this with you guys. It's truly an honor.
Thanks, buddy. We're grateful that both of you are here. And me and Toby, what I was going to say a little while ago, me and Toby, when we got back from the Blitz, all we could talk about was McBrayer stuff. And a lot of it was you guys, the hospitality, the outreach, the hey, let's get together. Let's, you didn't blow anything off that we were saying. It kind of, made us, feel like part of the brand. And one thing that me and Toby have said over and over, and Toby picked up all these bottles for me because I live in shithole North Carolina, that they're not here, but this is a bourbon for everybody. All 3. The Bottle and Bond, the Judge, the Cedar Brook, all these are special because they're all different and unique, but they're also very drinkable. There's not a shit ton of finish in this. You don't have to try to say, well, the finish is overpowering, the proof is too high. These things are staying consistent. And when we went up last month, that is hands down the best, one of the best, if not the best experience I've ever had just trying to get to this point of 5 barrels. That was so hard. We worked hard for 2 nights in a row. And
it's hard work.
It's real hard work. But I mean, the other five we could throw right in here with these 5, and everybody would be on board.
For anybody that's watching and it hasn't heard, that's Bill and Brian picked. Well, there's 3 different mash bills. There's the weeded mash bill, the Cedar Brook. There's the old McBrayer mash bill, and then there's the WH McBrayer, the Judge mash bill. And they're all contract distilled at different distilleries. And they picked, hand selected 10 different barrels of each one. And so that's why there was a round one, is that, a small group of us met in Lexington with Bill and Brian, so that we could, go from 10, 10, and 10 down to what we did tonight and what we'll do over the next couple of weeks, which is 5, 5, and 5. And it was a totally different thought process. I mean, we weren't thinking when we were doing that, what's number one, what's number two? It's like, okay, which 5 are we going to eliminate? That was the thought process. And so now the thought process changes as we go through. And it was difficult. I think it was difficult tonight. And if I had, Marty, if I think if I'm speaking out of school, you let me know. But I think next week may be the most difficult. That's going to be the Cedar Brook next week, which is going to be a single barrel proof weeder. And that's contract distilled by Green River, who we already know does badass, wheat. So fantastic. But one more thing. Hang on. Go ahead. Hang on. One more thing I want to say. We hear that word about resurrection brand a lot. And most of the time, it's just one of the big 6 distilleries that is bought the rights to some old label and is using that label as a marketing tool. Sazerac Buffalo Trace is maybe the most famous for doing that. And but I don't know if there is ever truly a more accurate description of a resurrection brand or label than what we have going on right here. Because you have, Bill, I think you're the 8th generation.
I'm a 9th generation, and my son is the 10th. Yeah.
Okay. So Dad's 8. Wow. Bill's 9, and Junior's 10. I mean, that's the family bringing the name back to bourbon, bringing bourbon back to the family, and shining a spotlight on this forgotten slice of bourbon history that has been forgotten, unfairly forgotten, and predates most, if not all, the names we know in bourbon and whiskey.
Well, I think if you say resurrection, you need to throw legacy in there.
Yeah.
I think you need to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Toby, that's kind of what I was trying to say earlier, but you said it better, because that's exactly what I was kind of trying to say. I mean, that's perfect.
Yeah.
I think it's great that the Legends of the Oak, the first release, is such a phenomenal release and everything, because that's what we're all striving for, is something that stands out from everything else. So, and you guys did a great job, and we hope we can promote the brand and everything.
Well, maybe over the next couple of weeks, as we do the other couple of picks,
cool,
it's going to be fun. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
JG, what were you...
on top of this, this legacy. You talk about legacies, and Bill and Brian, y'all don't know the store that's getting ready to pull some of these picks to sell them in Tennessee for the first time. It's my local store, and the guy that started this store, that did it, he did the first ever Buffalo Trace pick with Elmer T. Lee. The first one.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. So now it's going to be the first old McBrayer pick ever going to the same store.
But he's dead now. So he became really famous. Elmer, I want to hang out a little longer with you guys. Okay.
Hear him out.
Yeah. So Trey, Trey, you talked about
cool to take that nostalgia back and have a story.
So Trey, this week I spent a lot of time working with the city of Lawrenceburg. We're getting ready to convert on the property. I have a little 2,800 square foot building that I'm going to convert into a bottling line, and I'm going to put a small still in there, and I'm going to build another building, put all the tractors and all the stuff in it, and I'm getting the road in so I can put a rick house up there, start storing our own barrels there down the street. We'll start sending the wind will blow from our property toward Wild Turkey, right? So we'll send them some stuff. And
hey, Bill, I'm not going to say. Hold on a minute. I'm not going to say who you. I know Brian is there, but I'm not going to say any names of somebody you need to bring on board that can really take effect with that. But I'm just going to say, you might want to think about somebody here. Anyway, sorry, Toby. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he's pretty close to the property, right? He's like 15, 20 minutes away, right?
Hey, he can handle a tractor, and he can at least mow the shit up. I mean, that's
at
least. He can push the snow off the parking lot.
Toby will do my yard. That'll be enough.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I tell you, it was interesting. I did this plan, and I took it. I went to the city, and then I got to get a variance, and I got to get the community next door not to get mad at me, and I got to do this and do that. So I mean, I'm going through a lot of politics right now, and some different things. But hopefully, Trey, by the end of the year, you're gonna be able to come over. And this particular one, we get our bottling done over at Bardstown Bourbon Company, and we use their bottling line. They're professionals, and they're wonderful people, and things like that.
And very good at what they do.
They are.
Their marketing and current labeling choices suck, but they're
I didn't really like their new bottles. Did you? I didn't like their new bottles.
Trash.
Well,
are we talking about
is
Bardstown
fine.
again?
The glass is fine. It's the freaking label.
Yeah, the label.
No, I mean, it's beyond that. I wish they didn't. I mean, it's obviously the label, but like the fact that they got rid of the etching or whatever you want to call it in the back.
The stencil. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But what I'm hoping is sometime maybe towards the end of the year, you're gonna come over, Trey, and you're gonna come by my place. We're gonna go, take a barrel sample out of the Rick House one of these days. And we're just gonna take it right into my little bottling line. We're gonna bottle it on the spot. And on the back of the label, it's gonna say Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And we're gonna bring those brands back to where they started, right? The McBrayers in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky. And that's really what excites me about what we're doing, right? Really bringing. I mean, it's great. We got the brands. The family's got the brands. We've got it back in the family. We're telling the story. But to really say Lawrenceburg, Kentucky on the back of that bottle is what is getting me like excited every day. It's coming. It's coming. It's like I'm really close to getting ready to, what's that? I hope I have everything ready by the time the snow thaws. We're going to start moving a bulldozer through there and getting that foundation ready to put that first building on it.
I mean, the truth is, Bill, you're on your way of building a loyal following, and you don't need, hundreds of thousands of people for that. I mean, it'd be great to be Jack Daniels and you could just sell number 7 and make a shit ton of money. But the truth is you don't even need that huge in numbers, and you're doing it. That's what I'm saying. Like you get I don't know what the number is, but it's not a lot in the sense of if you compare it to something like I just said. But that's if you can build that loyal following, which I definitely believe you are doing, then you could be a smaller brand and just be hugely successful.
Well, thank you. My whole goal here, guys, is I just don't want to lose money. Like I don't want to make money. I don't even give a shit about getting a paycheck. I just want to own the brands. I want to get the brands back. I want to tell the story. And the whole purpose of this brand, the whole purpose was really to get William Harris McBrayer, the judge, into the Bourbon Hall of Fame. And that's how I started the whole business. Like his story needed to be retold. He was a legend in this. He was E.H. Taylor before E.H. Taylor. And to get him in the Bourbon Hall of Fame. And it's
if I remember right, he gave E.H. Taylor,
So when E.H. Taylor first started, he was buying Old Crow and McBrayer stuff because it was known best in Kentucky. Yeah. And I'll save the story, and we'll tell the story a little bit more when we do the WH stuff. But that's how we actually started, because I found the letter from him to E.H. Taylor that had the mash bill we used on that product. Yeah. And that's how we got started.
If you grow too fast, Buffalo Trace may want to buy you.
I don't care. That's the thing. I don't care. Like so many people want to get in this industry because they want to make a buck. I don't care. This is a legacy business. This is a family legacy business.
I personally want you to make a buck, and I want you to make a lot of bucks, because that's what's going to continue you doing this. So, I mean, it's great to break even, but I'm like, dude, you're so awesome. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, I would love to see, because again, you're bringing something that, again, I don't think it takes huge numbers, and you're gonna. I mean, you can look at just even like smaller things that have just started, like the Bourbon Junkies or stuff like that. That's not like a huge following when you look at the scope of whiskey in total. But you get that, and you are catering to the people that actually have true passion in this whole thing. I mean, it's just, I mean, and you bring, and then not only that, you're bringing not only this brand that brings this history, but then it also, you know, bleeds into what we all like about is the community, and you're catering to our community. In my opinion, you're catering to our community, and there's just, and there's, God, who knows how many it is, but I mean, like probably less than 5,000, but you got the strong ass community, like, and you get those people. We're always going to be buying your stuff. We're going to make sure that I mean, at least I hope it works that way, and that's what I feel. Yeah. And I think you're on that way. I really do.
He's one of us.
Thank
He's
you.
one of us.
I think I think a lot of people have gotten into this business. A lot of people get in this business. They want to be patent chain for Wilderness Trail and sell their business for $500 million or whatever they did, right? And become rich. And I don't care. Like I don't care about the money. I really don't. And I know some people don't believe that, but I really don't give a shit. I just want to bring the brands back and make great products. And I want to go out there and have fun.
That's why we're sitting here, buddy.
Yeah,
do this rest of my life.
Will be, right?
And it's funny because Marty and I had a conversation about that. You know, and it was then Bill and I had a conversation. It was like, hey, we really, you know, Marty and I want to get behind you and help you grow and make 2026 the year of McBrayer and all this kind of stuff. And Marty and I talked about 2 or 3 other brands, and it's like we're not really comfortable with doing that with this brand or that brand, because I could completely see these 2 or 3 other brands, you know, 2 or 3 years from now selling, you know, for a big paycheck. They've built it up to a certain point and they've sold it off to somebody else, and it's like, that's not Bill. Bill's not doing that.
Yeah.
And you know, so
you start. So I own a commercial loading dock and door business, and actually, believe it or not, I started that business this week 30 years ago. This week 30 years ago, out of my condo when I was 25 years old, and it's amazing what happens over 30 years, right? But it takes 20 to 30 years to build a business. So these guys that are trying to do this in the bird business and buy shit and mark it up and sell it and scale it and leverage it and all that stuff, it just doesn't work. You can't cheat time. You can't cheat quality. You can't cheat authenticity, right? You have to just, and you just can't. And you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm 54. I might be one of the older guys on this call, but
no.
Yeah,
Roger's Roger's
well,
6.
What do you say, Roger? Roger's
Roger's about to fall asleep.
Randall's 103, but Roger's 106. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry.
I mean, I hope I got a 25 or 35 year run in me in this business, right? Because I like to work. I like to go out and do things. I like to have purpose every day, and that's what I want to do, right? And I have this other business, and we'll see what happens with that over time. But this bourbon thing is something I'm just going to do the rest of my life, and then it'll be my kid's problem someday. I don't know, but for me, for now, it's just gonna be my problem.
Passion. It's not work. It's passion. And I mean, like Bill was over last night. We were talking business, and we had dinner, and it's like, you know what? This wasn't work. This was fun, and I love this. This is so much fun. And yeah, okay, I spent all day working on stuff that needs to be done, but I didn't care. I had a good time doing it. That's what a job should be like.
That's right.
Yeah. No, I mean, I work for an incredible employer. I've worked for them almost 27, 28 years, but I don't have a passion like that. It's like I go to work because eventually I don't want to work. So I don't know what it's like to be in your position, and I'm very envious or jealous or whatever terminology you want to use. And it's super cool that you see that with certain people. You see that they get into something, and then other people see it. I mean, you're on the path, brother.
Well, I appreciate what you said, because when I started this dock and door business, I was 25 years old and I was married and I was getting to have a kid, and I needed to start that business. I needed to make a living. Right. And when you're build a business and you're trying to make a living, I mean, that's good, right? You're motivated and you got kids and you got a wife and you got a house, you got a payment, whatever. Right. But when you get to start a business, when it becomes about purpose, right? When it's not about making money, it's about a purpose, right? The purpose here of bringing back McBrayer and bringing back these brands and bringing back this legacy, it is such a different experience. I don't know how to explain it other than it's just different, right? When you don't have to, when it's not about making money, it's about a purpose, and you're just every day you're purpose driven. And there's other people can do that in different ways in life, right? But for me, being in business was about making money, and now this business is about a purpose. This purpose is way bigger than me. Okay, this purpose is to be here for the next 100 years, let's say, right, or 150 years, right? Because bourbon's gonna be around that long, assuming we're all still here and all that stuff, right?
Hey, Bill, does your son show interest in this?
Well, you know, my son's 25 and my daughter's 28, and they are starting their lives and they're trying to figure out life and they're
Good night, Tom. Tom's taking off,
Yeah,
I guess.
Tommy, thank you,
yeah,
buddy.
thank you.
I'll
And
catch you guys soon.
I'll be in
Good night,
touch,
Tom.
man.
and
You're a
so those,
legend.
you know, those guys, those guys are, you know, they're figuring out life, right? I didn't know what the
Yeah,
hell I was
sure.
going to figure out when I was 25, and you know, this is not going to be their burden, but
Yeah.
I hope that they want to be in it, right, someday,
Yes.
and I hope it's something that is a sustainable thing that can be something they can be part of. But for now, it's my business, and I hope they want to be part of it, right? And my dad and I get to hang out. You guys have met my dad, and Dad's awesome. Dad's gonna be 79 this year, and we've been doing this stuff together. And now Brian's joining the team, and I've got another guy by the name of John that works with me in my other business that's part of the team, and that's where we're at right now. And my wife's part of the team, right? My wife is very passionate about writing things and things like that and stuff like that. So it's exciting, and I'm having a lot of fun. And this thing tonight was just awesome. And so I appreciate you guys coming on board,
Yeah,
and
man.
picking this
Yeah, we
barrel, and
appreciate
we're
you
gonna get this
having
thing
us.
bottled
you.
soon.
Thank
And we're
I
and Marty,
don't
am
know
I
if
right?
we
We're gonna
could've-
do this next couple weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna go next week. I'll let Toby talk about the next few weeks. Go ahead, Toby. Take it away.
We've got his mouthful.
Well,
All right.
while he's getting his mouthful, I don't think we could have started off with the Legends
Hey,
of the Oak.
hey, Marty. Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry?
Hey, I'm gonna have to dip myself.
Okay.
I'm getting very tired.
Good night, Rob.
Thank you for
This
doing
was
this,
phenomenal.
Rob. Thanks for doing
Bill,
this.
Brother, good seeing you
Brian,
again.
thank you guys all
See
so
you,
much.
man.
I mean,
You guys are
Girth,
great.
I'm still waiting for that puppet show to happen behind you, but
The what happened?
the puppet show behind the curtain.
With the curtain.
You'll see the window. The presidential curtain.
Cheers, buddy.
Here's my friend.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank
Good to see
Hey,
you.
see you guys. Thank you all
Good to
so
see you,
much.
Gert.
Good to see everybody. See you all next time.
Go ahead, Toby.
So
Coming up.
next week,
Cedarbrook.
a week from tonight, same bat time, same bat channel. We're going to be doing Cedarbrook, which is the mash bill distilled by Green River, and it's the same mash bill that is used in the 100-proof Cedarbrook, and we're going to be doing a single barrel next week. The group that was on tonight will be largely the same. The only we'll be adding Adam Shelton and John Peets to it, and subbing out Randall and Rob that were here tonight, and because trying to include as many people from the extended family as possible. And I will say this, that Adam and John came highly recommended because of their I don't know what you want to call it, their palate for
Idiocy.
weeded bourbon.
Oh, okay.
I was being nice.
Hey, you're being nice. I just, when it comes to John and Adam, I just can't be nothing but a dick. I mean, I love them so much. It's like if JG wasn't here and Travis is in chat, Vic's in chat. Sometimes you just got to put your big boy britches on. But wait, see, Travis says, "Wait, Top Dog has a pallet, yeah, and a wallet." So we'll just go with that.
I mean, to be fair, those people that you just mentioned would not ever give up a free dram anyway. But whatever.
Yeah,
that's true.
Hey,
But we'll also be tagging back in the Turks and tagging out JG. All
right.
The only bummer about that is I think the Turks, Adam and John, are all on an Old Glory pick earlier in the day. So I know Adam has been somewhat concerned about his level of sobriety when he gets to being on camera a week from today.
Maybe he should be more concerned about his level of control, but whatever.
We'll have Trey Boyd and Trey Larkin, some of the best weeded experts in the business, to be there. So they'll trump those people down.
Yeah.
Anyway, but
now I'm scared a little bit.
I know. Hey guys, stick around. It's 11 o'clock. I'm going to kill the live. We're going to talk for a few minutes, and then Brian and Bill can get out of here. But guys, everybody, the link is floating across the bottom of the screen there from McBrayerLegacySpirits.com. Get over there, look at the website. Bill's got a wonderful thing, and Brian going with the shipping. We'll talk about that.
Bill's just got to start delivering to Iowa. That's the only thing.
Well, we got you.
I know I'm covered, but he's come. Okay, he's come to Iowa.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that as the picks continue on how you're going to get these bottles. Trey Boyd and Trey Larkin are going to work with B&B in Kingsport, Tennessee, to get this in a store to show more people the face of this brand. Next week we'll go again at 9 o'clock if that works for Bill and Brian. We'll let you know.
Got on the calendar. We're there.
All right, I'll get the thumbnail made up as soon as I can. Guys, everybody that watched, thank you so much. Share the channel, because this is where we're going to do this. It's going to take a long time to grow a new channel. Trust me, I know. But anyway, with that being said, guys,
I want to say, can I say one thing?
Yes.
I want to say before we go. Bill is obviously the name behind the brand, but the man behind Bill is Brian.
Yes, sir.
And we could not have done what we did a few weeks ago in Lexington without Brian. The level
Brian.
of preparedness that he offered to us, and as far as just the data going into it, and the level of the level of knowledge of each individual barrel.
Hey, Brian, we think so much of that. We think so much about what Toby says. We know how late you stayed up washing freaking Glens. We've talked
that's
about
right.
that. So don't you think the little things didn't go unnoticed, because they did.
I believe your wife didn't protest.
Glens,
you're in for a night. So,
when you're an entrepreneurial guy, when you have an opportunity to pick up somebody that can help you where you need help, and Brian is he's fantastic. I mean, I'm excited that he's part of the team, and it takes a team to build a brand, right? And it takes a community to build a brand in this space, and you guys are my community, right? And we're gonna get this thing going, and it's exciting, and I'm so happy to have Brian part of the team, and what he did, and he did a phenomenal job with that tasting, and I wasn't feeling the best that week, and it was great that he just handled it, right? And
killed it.
And because I can't do it all by myself, right? I need a team, right? I've learned that you can only do so much by yourself, right? And I've taken it to a level, and I need to bring people with me to help me take it to the next level. And Brian's part of that, and you're all part of that, right? You're all part of helping me take this brand to the next level, and we'll see where it goes.
Let's go. Let's
go.
go.
Definitely got some advocates, sure.
Right, and that's what's exciting. It's good people, and it's good stuff, and it's honest, good stuff, and you just get out every day and you just make it happen. And
I
guys,
agree, man.
I really appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you. And thanks,
All right, guys,
Brian.
we'll see you next week.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Brian.
Cheers, guys.
Y'all stay right here. We'll be right
stay
back.
on.
Guys, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching this barrel selection with the Legends of the Oak Whiskey Society. Thank you for the team that helped in this selection, and we will see you next time, and cheers, everyone.